What is going on? My name is Andrew, and finally I'm able to return to playing games and posting videos here on YouTube. I've been going through some personal family matters that have been distracting me and preventing me from playing video games and posting videos, but now that those issues are coming to a close, I am going to be able to ramp up my production schedule and start making some more videos. And now that I'm able to play the games more, and in order to ease into that transition, I've decided to make a video on my hugely popular series, How to Talk to Girls, How to Ask Girls Out. And so I've been getting some questions from some viewers and comments, and so I decided to do a video about addressing their questions. Now, quick before I get into today's topic about this gameplay, this is some Battlefield 3 Close Quarters DLC gameplay. Pretty much I can only play DLC. I play the other game modes only when I'm with friends, but I find, well, I'll save my thoughts on the game until I do some Battlefield videos prior to the release of the Battlefield 4 beta. But in this gameplay I get 95 kills. Almost had the 100 plus, but I choose some bad spawns at the end of the game and get spawn killed repeatedly. And so I only end up with the 95 kills. Also, if my teammates had revived me more, I probably could have broke the 100 plus, but I think I only get revived once in this gameplay. I get 81 kills with this M60. Almost get the silver star with this gun in this gameplay, which would have been my only second game with the using the M60, which would have been pretty impressive. But you know, wasn't meant to be. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below if you like Battlefield gameplay and want to see more Battlefield gameplay. I can try and post some more. I have some videos saved on Battlefield, so definitely let me know. Now on to today's topic. I've been getting asked this question a lot, and the question is how to ask out a girl if she is with a group of her friends. You know, whether that be at lunch, whether that be at a bar, at a coffee shop. She's with a bunch of her friends. How do I approach her and ask her out? Now, the first thing I have to tell you before I get into today's topic more in depth than I have already is always remember that fortune favors the bold. Always be bold when it comes out to asking out of girls. And what I mean by that is don't shy away from doing it. It's not humiliating to ask out a girl. It's not a put down to you. It's not a put down to her. It's actually a compliment to her, and it is a compliment to you. It shows that you are mature enough. It shows that you got the stones, and you know, it shows that you're ready for this next stage of your life, and that you're willing to learn how to go about dating, courting a woman, whatever terms you want to use. So don't let it intimidate you. Don't be afraid to do it. Go for it, man. It's the best thing that could possibly happen to any guys to get a girl. So yeah, moving on to how do I go about doing it if she's in a group dynamic. Now, a lot of players, pickup artists, they have a hard time themselves picking up women who are in a group. So they generally will avoid it or use a tactic. And the tactic is you have to separate her from her friends. Now, we see this in nature with animals going after their prey. They will separate, the predators will separate the prey from the rest of the group in order to get them, in order to get their prey. And that's essentially what you have to do, except you're not trying to devour the girl. Not the same kind of devouring, but you're trying to get her to go out with you. And so your approach has to be that you have to separate her from the group. Now, this can be easily accomplished if you take a simplistic view of it. When you go up to her and talk to her, you do your introductions, and then you say, I'd like to talk with you, but can we go over here and talk in private, and point somewhere, whether that's a bench 20 feet away, a tree 20 feet away, something that is away from that group dynamic, but still within eyesight of the group if she's a little nervous about talking with you one-on-one, but out of earshot of the group. Alright, now once you do that, you're pretty much good. Some other things you might want to try is saying, I gotta go to my locker, or you gotta walk with me, gotta go to the cafeteria, or you gotta walk with me. Something along those lines should work and get her away from that group dynamic. And that's the best thing you gotta do. You gotta just get her away from the group dynamic. Your odds of success are dramatically better with her away from her friends than they are if you try to do it in front of all her friends. Girls can be mean in a group dynamic, and so what you don't want is them to gang up on you. I understand the reservation and fear that you might have. It's perfectly natural, but it's just something you got to overcome and get better at asking her out, or asking out girls. So definitely go for it. Just remember, separate from the group, be in a one-on-one situation, and your odds of success are good. If she turns you down, hey, it was a learning experience. Maybe your approach is wrong. Maybe you waited too long to ask her out, which brings up another topic. If she sounds a little odd when you say hi to her and start talking to her, like I know someone asked me that in a question. They said when I say hi, she says like hi, or hi in a nervous, I don't know what you're really doing tone. And that may be for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that she finds you creepy. That sucks for you. Let's all hope that that's not the reason. The main reason why she'll do that to you is that she knows you like her, but she's wondering why you haven't made a move, why you haven't asked her out. And she's being cautious and trying to give you a signal that says, hurry up and ask me out already, dude. So what you need to do is you need to be bold and ask her out. Alright? So don't wait too long, because you don't want another dude to swoop in and steal it from you. Alright, so next time you see this girl, make sure you go out there and you be bold, man. The best things that can happen in life happen with a girl. Let me tell you that right now. Alright? Although you're probably too young for that if you're in middle school or high school. Quick disclaimer. Yeah. So, moving on to, okay, she said yes, but then she tells you, alright, my parents say I have to date in a group. And you start thinking, oh yeah, that's cool. But then you start thinking about it more. Oh crap, we're going to be going out in a group date. And this group date is not necessarily a good thing. The only good thing about it is the reason why the parents asked you about it is that it decreases the odds of you having sex with her. Alright? Now, if you're a young guy, you really don't want to be having sex right now because you can't afford a baby. Let's be honest. Can't afford it. Shouldn't be doing it. Alright? Now, moving on and start talking about group dating strategies. The first thing you got to do is you got to tell the other guys, look, we got to separate. We can't be in this group, this mass group. We can be near each other to still fulfill the wishes of the parents, but we cannot be sitting at the same table at a restaurant, sitting on the same aisle at a movie theater, or whatever you guys are doing. You can't be doing it all in this mass group. No more than one couple should ever be sitting at your table. No more than one couple should ever be near you at a movie theater. No more than one couple should ever be near you doing anything on a date. Alright? Until you get to know her a lot better and you've been dating for a while. Then you can start introducing group dating, but group dating is its own beast. Now, I personally do not like... I meant couple dating. Couple dating is its own beast. Alright? I personally do not like group dating. Group dating really cramps your style and really harms you in the long run. When your girl asks you, why don't you want to be with everybody else? You say, I want to get to know you. If I wanted to get to know you in a mass group like this, I just get to know you at lunch. Why would I have to ask you out on a date? Alright, the reason why we're out on a date is because I want to get to know you outside of school. And so, by getting to know her outside of school, things are, going to be a lot better for you and your potential relationship. So, yeah, group dating, isolate even within the group. You don't want to be tied to this group, because another thing that can happen is that she could become more interested in another dude, and that'll suck big time if you end up being the guy who introduced the girl you like to her new boyfriend. All right, not gonna be a fun time. The other thing is that you need to learn how to talk to a girl one-on-one in a date, how to engage her for the duration of a date, and how to you don't want her to talk the entire time, and you don't want it to turn into 20 questions. So in order to help your dating life later in life, you need to learn the skills necessary to not fall into this trap of either 20 questions or having her totally dominate the conversation. What you want to do is have a dialogue, a conversation between the two of you to get to know each other, outside of school. Because remember, this is the whole purpose of you going out on a date if you're young. The whole purpose is to get to know someone outside of school. Because, like I said, if you wanted to stay in that group dynamic, what's the difference between dating at lunch period versus dating outside of school? You're really just wasting your time and money outside of school if you're going to stay in that group dynamic. Alright? Now, moving on to, what is this? Couples dating. Couples dating is not as bad as group dating, but still not a fan. Early on in a relationship. If you get later into a relationship, the longer you know a girl, the more you want to do things with couples. It's just something that happens. I don't know why necessarily it happens, but always turns into we want to go out with another couple. It's an odd thing, but whatever. So, how to make that successful? Well, the first thing you want to do is hopefully you know the guy that your girlfriend's friend is dating. Most of the time, it's going to be that you're going to go out with your girlfriend's friend and her friend's boyfriend, and not your friend and your friend's girlfriend. Most likely, that's not going to happen. Alright, so hopefully the guy's a cool guy and he understands that you guys are just there to hang out, get to know each other, and that, there's no pressure, but that you also want to make sure that you've been dating for a while, because you want your relationship to be solid with your girl, and you want the other couple's relationship to be solid. Otherwise, it becomes a mess. I think there's a lot more I could talk about that as to why it would be a mess, but I'm just gonna overview it and just say that it's a mess. One thing that I would say is that if the guy's an idiot or a douche or a weird person, it's gonna make it more awkward. I remember I've gone on a couple of couple dates with a former girlfriend of mine, and her friend was dating this one dude who was a total perv, man, total weird guy. No clue why this girl was dating this dude. He was the type of person that you, as a guy, don't want to hang around with, because those type of guys really get cross. And so I had a horrible time every time we went out with this couple. It turned into a nightmare. It was probably the worst 4 hours of my life. The first time we went out on a couple's date with them, the second time was even worse. And so my advice to all you young guys is don't do it until you have a solid relationship, and then make the best of it. Make sure you only go out with couples that you actually like. To recap, be bold in asking out a girl. Don't be timid, and you'll be okay. If you're in a group dating dynamic, make sure you isolate and have a good time. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you next time.